Hello guys, how is everyone doing today? I hope everyone is having an amazing morning. And if you haven't already, let's give the Lord some praise because He allowed us to see this day that was not promised to you or I. So, how is everyone's morning going today? I hope everyone's morning is going great so far. It is almost 8 o'clock here, and I have dropped the baby girl off to school, and I am going back home to upload some videos and see what today brings. I might go back out to the graveyard because when I went Sunday, it had some weeds on the other plots, and that just broke my heart. I hate our plot being with weeds or anything, to make it look tacky. So I'm gonna go get the hedge trimmers, and go and cut the little trees off of there, and then I'm going to spray the plot with some grass killer. And then when I get all of that, I'll let that sit for about 2 days, and then I'll take some of that, the little cloth stuff to block the grass out, and put that down. And then this year I'm gonna do the whole plot as, I don't know, I'll add it into this vlog right here where I did my sister grave. I'm going to put mulch over the whole entire plot, our family plot. And then I got a couple of more spaces. I started last year and putting bricks around it. So I need to finish the front side of that and a little bit of the back side, and then I'll have bricks all around our plot. And yeah, it'll be up to par and decorated for this year. That, as I say, I tell y'all, and I probably say it on every one of my vlogs when I talk about it, because that gives me peace. I don't know, it's just being out in God's creation, and so peaceful, and you're out there and you can talk to the Lord and do what you enjoy. I enjoy working in the yard. So this time of the year, when it's not too hot and not too cold, I love working in my yard, planting flowers, keeping my flowers up. I don't have to plant flowers at my house because my he has the same passion, so he'll come plant the flowers for me and have my yard all pretty, and I'll just have to do the upkeep of it. I have a rose bush that was my grandmother's, and my dad brought it to my house and planted it in my yard. That thing has bloomed so pretty this year. I'm gonna try to add some pictures where I took in front of it, but that's after the rain had knocked half of the petals off the roses. But it's when my daddy brought it over there, they sold my grandma's house after she passed, and my uncle just started pulling up. He didn't care. He just started pulling up plants and rose bushes that my grandpa, that was his joy, is he could take a piece of a rose bush, do you hear me? A piece of a rose bush, put it in the ground and grow a rose bush. So they had some pretty roses over there, and my dad got there too late. But I did get one of them, but they had a pretty orange rose bush I wish my daddy could have got and brought over here. But by the time my daddy got there, my uncle had already started burning. And I don't understand that, because that was grandma and grandpa's life. Why wouldn't you see if somebody, and my dad likes to do it because dad used to go over there and plant flowers over there. Why didn't you make sure that he didn't want any of them before you start demolishing them? And plus, that was part of your parents, stuff. So of course you would probably want to keep it going, but no, he didn't. But guys, when I get out, I'll show y'all the rose bush. It's still got some petals on there. But anyway, I just wanted to drop in and see how everybody was doing today. I'm going to try to start vlogging every day. I don't know if I'll get it done every day, but believe it or not, I vlog every day. I just procrastinate. I'm a procrastinator. So yeah, so I'm gonna get out and show you guys this rose bush of my grandma's and grandpa's. And these is the only sunglasses I had in the car. I have to show you my sunglass collection. My baby girl says that me and my middle child have a collection. These is the only one I had in there because I didn't bring any out with me in this morning. But here is the rose bush, guys. This is the rose bush, and this is after the rain has not, it was totally full. And it started from way down there, and it's way up here on I got it on a runner. But this whole thing, Mother's Day, was just full of red roses. But this is the rose bush, and I am so proud of this rose bush. This is my grandma's rose bush and my grandpa's, and that's where it came from, their house. Well, I'm not going to keep on rambling on, and I'm not going to hold you guys any longer. But what I do today, you will surely be a part of it. So, until a little bit later, guys, have a wonderful day, and be blessed. Hello, guys. I didn't get to vlog much today because I had an unexpected call, and I went to help. I used to be a CNA. Well, I'm still a CNA, but I just don't work in the field because of my sickness. But I'm not claiming no sickness, but because of my ailments that I have. And then after I worked in the nursing home for so many years, I went to home health. And I used to keep this man. And he doesn't have family, and he doesn't drive or anything like that. And so he needed some things done today, so I took time out my day to go help him. I took him to the bank, I took him grocery shopping, and I just spent time with him because he's like the type that gets depressed because he don't have nobody. Where he has a brother next door to him, and he helps his brother out a lot because his brother is sick too. And so I spent time with him today, and took him to do the things that he had to do, and that's how I spent my afternoon. And I didn't want to, you know, like be vlogging and interrupting the time that he cherished, because he likes company, and I like going over there and spending time with him. Even though I don't work for him, I still keep in contact with him, and anything that he needs I try to help with. It just has always been in my nature to be a nurse. But during that time, I found out I had cancer. And then after I went through my chemo and all of that, I went 2 years just not knowing what was wrong with me. Pain in my leg, numbness in my hands and feet, and I just went through. And they kept on telling me that it was the after effects of chemo. I took it that first year. But the second year, I was like, no, it couldn't be no after effects of no chemo, because it's going on 2 years, and I know it's not no after effects of no chemo. So I had them do some workup, blood workup, and they ran a ANA test, which is checks for fibromyalgia. And usually when they tell you fibromyalgia, it's because they tell you that because they really don't know what's wrong with you, and that's the easiest diagnosis that they can give you. Well, when my blood test came back, it was lupus. So I went straight from having cancer, stage 2B, to lupus. So that put a damper on my goals. So I don't let my sickness get me down. I don't let it stop me. It might be days that it'll have me where I can't do nothing, but it never, ever, ever gets my spirits down, because when I got cancer, I cried one day. And when I cried that day, I told my mama, we're not crying. We're going to cry this one day, but after this day, we're going to pray. And that's exactly what I did. And even when I thought I wasn't making it, I used to just pray, 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 and guess what? God came through every time, and He helped me make it through. And also, when I went through my battle with cancer, I had lost my sister, so I was grieving, going through, and it was just that time, it was a time in my life that I wouldn't wish upon nobody. But I never stopped moving. I everything that I did, they say we're gonna wait till such and such some months later. I said no, we're gonna get an appointment and we're gonna do it in this order, and we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. Everything that had to do with me, they did it in the order that I wanted to. We ain't gonna wait no months. We ain't gonna have no this. We're gonna do this, and we're gonna get it all done and get this over with. So my progress through my journey was quick. I had a double mastectomy, and it tried to put a damper on mine because it was snowing here, but we went the night before. We weren't gonna stop that. And then after I had my double mastectomy, I had, and the reason I got a double mastectomy because cancer runs really bad on my dad's side of the family. I have lost many aunts and uncles from cancer. My dad had cancer, and it was just not going, I was just not taking any chances. We was going to get this thing done, and we going to get it done quickly. So that's how that went. So I had high percentage of coming in my other breast. And at my age, then I was 42. I had my kids. I wasn't planning on having no more kids. And if you couldn't accept me for not having breasts, then maybe we wasn't meant to be. So breasts didn't mean nothing to me. If it would save my life, take the breast and let me live to see my kids and my grandkids grow up. So I had my double mastectomy. I got healed from that. I went back and I had a hysterectomy because I had a high percentage of it coming there. And I had already had cervical cancer twice, but they froze it off. And then the second time it came back around that same spot, and it ate itself and healed itself on its own. So I never had to go through any chemo with that. And that was when I was 19 years old. So we went on and got that on out of the way. And then when I got healed from that, I went and got my port put in. When I got my port put in, 2 weeks later, I started my chemo. And believe me, guys, chemo is the pits. I had the highest dose of medicine that they could have. I had, they call it the red devil. And it is the devil, believe me. It had me, I took my chemo treatments, and it took me 5 days to even get up to where I can do anything. I was in the bed throwing up, whatever, all of that. And my second treatment, it took my hair out. I mean, I was bald-headed, and my hair was past my shoulders. So tells you how strong it is. And then I had the same doctor as my sister, and he was like, we're not taking any chances with you. We're going to get this done. We're going to get it done right. But both of my doctors, the ones that did my surgery, he was a real Christian man. We prayed every time that I went to the doctor, and we prayed before surgery. We prayed, and he asked me, did I mind? I was like, no. Let's take God in the surgery room with us. Wherever we got to go, we're going to take God with us. So, no, I do not mind. He said, I like to ask because some people don't like you praying with them, or don't like you, praying around them. But I didn't have no problems with it. So I had a real good team through my cancer. But anyway, I have to do a story time, serious story time about my cancer journey. But it was amazing. God never left me. He was right there with me. I never went without. I never got anything cut off. I never went without. I didn't have no job, didn't even know. I got things, I was approved for things at my age that I shouldn't have been approved for. And I knew it wasn't nobody but God. So when that showed me right there that He's amazing, and he ain't left me yet. I'm still kicking around here. But if I make it to September, I'll be 47 years old. 47. And some didn't make it to this age. So guys, I'm getting ready to close. I thank you for taking time out your day to come with me into my day. So have a blessed morning, night, noon, evening, whatever it may be when you see this vlog. Have a blessed one. And before I close, and as I always say, this little hair done, I gotta spray it. And as I always say, I love you guys. God loves you also. And bye. Until my next video, be blessed.